All right, questions. Back right, Hayden.
Justin, first of all, welcome back. What did it feel like going out there, being back with your teammates, and what kind of milk was it that you were drinking during this whole time that Coach Taggart was raving about?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun just to be back there. You know, we got great guys on this team, and it's so much fun to be a part of this, and it's awesome to play next to him and I'd do anything for him. And then there's a lot of chocolate milk.
Back right.
Royce, with the passing game coming back a little bit tonight, how much of a difference do you see in the running game with the success that you were able to have tonight with that passing game to complement you guys on the ground?
Yeah, I feel like it took a lot of pressure off me running the ball, and the offensive line, it enabled us to move a little faster in tempo, keep the defense guessing and on their heels.
Back right, Mims.
For Jake, just talk about, as he was saying, with Justin in there, how to kind of open things up in terms of having the passing game back and then open up the running game. You talked about how people knew you guys were running. Did it feel a bit more like the other team to know was coming as much tonight?
Yeah, I mean, when you don't, when you can only run the ball, obviously, we know that was all we were going to do. Everybody else knew that was what we were going to do. So, having Justin back obviously took some pressure off of Royce and our other running backs and just really opened things up that we could do offensively. So that was great for that.
Right here in the middle, Matt.
Royce, you hadn't scored since Arizona State. You scored 4 times tonight and set the program record for touchdown records. Can you just reflect on, that drought and how frustrating was that, and then now actually getting that record?
Yeah, it was kind of frustrating, just trying to get in the end zone, help my team any way possible. The big guys up front, even though we were running the ball and everybody knew we were running the ball, I felt like I needed to take it upon myself to just, do a little bit more. Just felt really good to break through today.
Justin, obviously it had been some time before you were able to play, but how did that sort of time off maybe help you see defenses better and sort of, take some time and reflect as yourself as a quarterback and make you better in the long run?
Yeah, there were definitely things that I tried to learn from, and I just spent all my time just trying to help anyone that I could, and if I could make any impact, then I did my job. So I spent time with Braxton and Taylor and just tried to keep up with them and help them out.
Back left.
Justin, with everything you've been through in the last several weeks, can you just walk us through what it felt like to break off that 40-yard run at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, it was a little surprising. There was a little bit of pressure, and so I kind of got out to the left and didn't see anyone in front of me, so I decided to take off, and luckily I got in the end zone.
Right here, right?
Justin, you kind of touched on it, but what was it like just having to watch for 7 weeks, and you were thrown in as a true freshman? What did you kind of tell Braxton to get through that difficult period for the team?
Yeah, it was a tough situation, but Braxton, I think, handled it really, really well. He's a tough kid, and I know he'd do anything for this team, and so we all rallied behind him, and we tried to make him as comfortable as possible. And I'm glad that he got in there, and he's a really good guy.
On the right, Hayden.
Justin, during that play again in the Cal game, whenever you were hurt, when it first happened, did you realize that this was an injury that you might be out for some time? And what was the support like from your teammates, friends, the state of Oregon? I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of well wishes for you.
Yeah, I didn't originally think that it was anything serious. I kind of came off and talked to the trainers about it, but we went back in and got an X-ray, and I think everyone's just came to me and they've been really supportive, all the teammates and coaches, and they've done a great job keeping me focused and keeping me into it.
On the left, Rob.
Jake, Justin outrushed Khalil Tate. I wonder who could you have possibly guessed that, and what does that say about the way you guys played it on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen before the game. I certainly didn't. Sorry, but what was the second part of the question?
What does that say about the way you guys played on both sides of the ball today?
I mean, yeah, we played well on offense, and our defense played lights out. I think that was really key. Stopping their quarterback. I mean, because he could have easily ran for 200, 300 yards, and our defense did a really good job, the whole week of practice and today in the game.
Aaron on the right.
Justin, we pretty much hounded Coach Taggart every week about your status and when you'd come back. When did you know, or at any point, did you know exactly when you'd return, or was it week to week for you in terms of thinking I could be back for Washington, I could be back for Utah, or it's going to be Arizona? What was going on with you during this entire time in terms of understanding when you might return?
I think that the best The best time that I knew was going into this week. I had a pretty good feeling this week, and so we decided to take an X-ray on Thursday, and I had a good feeling about it, and it was just precautionary, and got checked up and got cleared to play.
But you knew a long time ago that it would be a long time. Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
You never thought Utah maybe or Washington maybe.
yeah, we kind of talked about it being kind of a longer process.
Front left here, Tyson.
Royce, do you keep any memorabilia from when you break in these records? Like, do you keep the ball or anything?
I think I'm gonna collect them all on the back end. I mean, I have a special guy, taking care of me. Be nice to look back on these pieces of memorabilia and just just relish all the moments I've had here at this university.
All right, Austin.
Justin, there was a play early on when you scrambled and it looked like you took a shot on that shoulder. Were you kind of wondering how it would feel the first time you got hit, and did that sort of put your mind at ease to be able to get up from that?
Yeah, I was a little nervous, especially going through practice. You don't get touched very much, and that's something that I thought about. And luckily I got up and took the hit, so it was okay.
Right, Sky.
Royce, Coach Taggart said part of the reason you came back was you wanted to leave this program in a good place and get it back on the right trajectory. How do you feel now you're bowl eligible, and how do you feel about where you're going to leave this program?
Feels great to be bowl eligible again. I mean, especially the way we went out last year. Just remembering how those seniors felt. Took that on a personal level, and going through all the trials we went through this year so far. I just felt like a lot of the seniors took the determination upon themselves to turn the ship around, especially finishing off the year right.
You asked, right?
Huh?
Are you up?
Yeah.
Okay, I know I lost track. Aaron.
Sure, I'm up. Yes, I'm up right now. Royce, Coach Taggart joked a little bit about how on the flea flicker reverse pass, whatever, the receiver got down to one, and how receiver does that, doesn't score, it's going to go to running back. When you see a receiver go down to one like that, are you thinking, oh man, too bad he didn't score? Or are you thinking, hey, now I get to score?
A little bit of both. I feel like I take it. It's important for me to get in now. Don't want to go backwards, but I'd be like, it's rough. I mean, you win some, you lose some. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to punch that thing in for you. So.
Back middle. Last question here. We got guys waiting.
Royce, things got pretty chippy in the first half. It seemed to calm down a little bit in the second half. Were there any conversations during halftime about that and the penalties going on during the game?
I mean, we just got to keep a level head. We can't let things like that stray us from our mission to go out there and trying to dominate. So, I mean, we knew what we had to do and what we had to correct and what we had to stay away from as a team.
Thanks, guys. Hey, this was sheer genius, or